Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. We talked about why pro players love the blade in my most recent video about pro player rackets, and I got some questions. What about Alex de Minaur? Why is he not included? I forgot Mackenzie McDonald, I think. Sorry about that, but de Minaur uses actually a Steam 99, so he doesn't use a blade. Which is what I wanted to point out. And that's why I wanted to talk about the most popular rackets on the WTA tour, which are quite different compared to the men's side. You're going to see a lot of blades, but they're not really blades in most cases. They are something else. And the Steam, for example, the Wilson popular racket that was stiff and powerful, is still going strong on the women's tour in form of various pro stocks. For example, the Steam 100 is used by Emma Raducanu, Sorribes Tormo, and Paula Badosa. So some really strong and like on form players are using the Steam 100. And one way you can tell is to look at the grommets. Usually the main grommets here are white on the Steam 100. So you can see that on some pictures that they use the same racket. So that racket is very popular, and it's also kind of a sign of what they use. They like, bigger head sizes, 100 square inches, slightly lighter specs overall, or definitely lighter specs. They need a bit more help from the racket, a bit more help with power, and you're seeing a little bit of a different racket specification on the WTA tour. But actually, the only player I know that uses the Blade 98 on the top 50 WTA is Sabalenka, that actually uses a Blade 98. She hits super hard and big power game, so she doesn't maybe need all the power that a 100 square inch racket can provide. We see many 100 square inch kind of power frames like the Pure Drive here, which I'm holding in my hand. This actually used to belong to Julia Görges. Her sticker is inside here. It's from 2016. And nice frame. It's based on the Pure Drive 2012, the black one, but it's painted. And this is what happens, like they paint them to look like something else. And there are usually some tells. Sometimes it's very difficult, so you need to really play with the frame or know or see the code that's usually hidden somewhere on the racket, maybe underneath the base grip. So this is Görges racket, and a very typical Pure Drive WTA Tour racket, but still a decent swing weight. I really like this one. It has a 330 swing weight ish, grip 2, silicone in the handle, and just plays really nicely. A bit softer than I would expect from that really stiff Pure Drive, which was very good because it had a tighter pattern. So you're seeing many Pure Drives, Pliskova, Muguruza, for example, many E-zones. I wrote down some notes from the top 40. I haven't got as far as top 100 yet, but I'm going to get there. Because I saw some of you ask me, well, what about Yonex? It's also very popular. It is very popular as well. Like with the key brands, Head, Babola, Yonex, and Wilson, they are kind of leading the pack by a huge majority compared to the others when it comes to pro players. They have the financial muscle to sponsor players and give them rackets. We're not seeing other brands as much. Technifiber has some strong players in Iga Swiatek with her signature model, and Daniil Medvedev, of course. So Technifiber is doing okay, but overall you're not seeing a lot of Princess and a lot of other rackets. So if we look at some of the most popular ones, all around 300 grams in stock form, then obviously customized slightly for their specs, but they don't make them so much heavier. E-zone 100s, if we talk about Yonex, we have Bencic, Pegula, Vondrusova, Shirstea, for example. Vcore 100 in different forms. Some Vcore 100s are older, some are newer generations. It depends. We have Kerber with an older version of the Vcore, Rybakina, Georgie with newer versions, and then we have Towson, for example. We have some Aero users, the Pure Aero, very popular obviously on tour. Danielle Collins, Leila Fernandez, Elise Mertens, all Aero users. Mertens, I think, switched from the Head Speed a while back. The Steam and rackets like the Wilson Pro Open, the Wilson Tour 96, slightly extended like Nishikori uses. Those are still quite popular on the WTA and sometimes ATP Tour as well. For example, that Steam line was quite more popular on the WTA than the ATP. We had Ferrer trying the Steam 99 for a while, and de Minaur, as I mentioned. So you see lighter specs, overall lower static weight, bit more weight towards the head when it comes to the balance, lower swing weights, but still around 330-ish, I would say, strung. I'm gonna try to review a few of these pro stocks. I can do another review of this one, for example. We'll also review some male pro stocks as well in the future. There are more about this stuff on tennisnerd.net and my YouTube channel, as you know. We'll look into more details and more specs of these pro players. Are there any specific WTA or ATP players you want me to investigate? Let me know in the comments below. And check out other content about pro player rackets and more on my Patreon, patreon.com/tennisnerd. Check out my affiliates such as Play Your Court, where you get 50% off a membership with my link. The link is in the description. A very good platform to get a partner or a coach for your increased tennis experience. If you want to buy any racket, string, or shoe, you check out Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, and Tennis Only. That's it for this one. Have a nice day, and don't forget to play some tennis.